Part 5 of How to Get Sober and how AA and these 12-step programs oppose anyone's ability to do so. Part 5 is building your confidence and self-esteem. I don't mean the confidence to be able to talk to that girl or guy that you like, or the self-esteem to be loved by everyone else in a room. That's superficial confidence. I mean having full confidence in yourself, having the confidence to beat the odds of addiction, thinking of yourself as a better, more worthwhile person. Lack of confidence and low self-esteem are huge traits that not only drive people to use, but keep people from ever even wanting to get sober. The sad part is, it's not so much outside forces that are destroying your confidence and self-esteem, but you yourself are allowing your brain to destroy it. When in active addiction, I would constantly degrade my own self-worth. I would skip out on things like taking a shower and brushing my teeth. My thought process was like, why polish a turd? I destroyed my own confidence. Part 5 of this series is where everything I've spoken about in the previous 4 videos starts to come together. To start, or even want to build your self-esteem and confidence, you need a why. Like I said in the first video, if your why is, I just want to get sober, you will fail. You need something bigger. You need a purpose. Having that purpose, that reason for being here, is going to help you build your self-worth. Having that purpose in life will raise your self-esteem, push you to become a more productive person each day, and will help to define you. There's a saying, your biology is not your destiny. Your addiction, your disease, illness, whatever you want to call it, is not who you are. These 12-step programs define its members as exactly that. I'm Dave and I have the disease of addiction. You don't hear people with cancer walking around saying, I'm Dave and I have the disease of cancer. They don't let it define who they are. In part 2, we went over shedding the victimhood and powerless mentality. It is incredibly hard to build your self-esteem when you're telling yourself that everything is out of your control. When you're telling yourself, oh, all these bad things are happening just because it's me. And you're blaming everyone else for your problems. When you do this, you are only distancing yourself from being able to fix the issues. It gives you a huge sense of accomplishment and boosts your confidence when you realize you yourself can fix these issues that you once thought were out of your control. These 12-step groups do an excellent job of breaking down and devaluing confidence, teaching its members you're powerless, you're powerless, you're powerless, telling them things like you can't be too stupid to get the program, but you can be too smart, teaching them, oh, willpower kills, stay away from willpower. It's like their goal is to break its members down to never build them back up. This is how you keep people from ever building confidence. In part 3, we went over taking control of your brain. When it comes to building self-esteem and confidence, this is the most important. If you let it, your brain will destroy your confidence, your self-worth, and your self-esteem. Taking control of your brain is what will help you separate what are only false, negative brain messages and what are productive, valuable thoughts. Thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm worthless, I can't do this, are all examples of negative brain messages. Nothing more than mindless, empty thoughts. Thoughts that AA and NA instill in people, like you're powerless, or once an addict, always an addict, are nothing more than mindless, empty thoughts. The way to combat this are with the 4 steps that we went over in part 3. Relabel, reframe, refocus, and revalue. It is much harder to build self-esteem and confidence when you're going to an NA meeting every night calling yourself a powerless addict, or going to an AA meeting and calling yourself a powerless drunk every night. Move on to part 4, and we went over removing everything toxic in your life. You can't build confidence and self-esteem when you are surrounded by and living in a toxic environment. Surrounded by friends that will only get jealous and spiteful at the sight of you improving. in a relationship that makes you unhappy and makes you feel like you don't amount to anything, in a career that makes you miserable and makes you feel like you're going nowhere in life, when you're a young woman in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, where men are more concerned and focused on your body than they are seeing you get sober. These are examples of toxic environments that will kill your confidence and self-esteem. You need to surround yourself with people that will support your growth and help to build your confidence. Not only that, but building these traits takes time, it takes patience, and understanding that is very important. Every single day when first getting sober, I'd write out 5 things that I liked about myself, or 5 things that I did well. Along with that, I'd also write out 3 to 5 things I wanted to accomplish that day in regards to a specific goal. For example, I drove my credit into the ground while in active addiction, absolutely destroyed it. So for months, my daily goals revolved around improving my credit. Over time, I slowly watched my credit score improve. Not only did this help me in many aspects of life, but it brought me a lot more confidence being able to say, wow, if I was able to improve that, I do have more control over my life than I thought. Things as simple as getting a shower and brushing your teeth every day can help build self-esteem. Taking better care of yourself, both mentally and physically, helps you to grow more respect for yourself. Not getting a shower gave me an excuse to sit around the house all day and just dwell on my self-loathing. Simply taking a shower made me feel more productive, more confident in leaving the house to go get things done. One of the most obvious ways of building self-esteem and confidence is physical fitness. If you're not happy with the shape you're in, then go out and change it. Gyms are offering memberships for as low as $10 a month, and even if that's too much, you don't need a gym to work out or go for a run. But just as building self-esteem and confidence takes time, so does physical fitness. Most people let their brain get the best of them and think up 101 different excuses of why to stop going to the gym, or after just 1 week saying, oh, no results, see, this doesn't work. Your body is not just going to change overnight. But the payoff, being thrilled and happy with how you look in the mirror, is a huge confidence and self-esteem booster. There are a million ways out there to boost your confidence and self-esteem. You just need to take the time to look for them. Rather than listening to music or the radio when you ride to work every morning, listen to a YouTube video on how to build confidence. Or before bed, instead of watching movies, read a book on building self-esteem. The answers for any individual out there looking to build self-esteem and confidence are out there if you just look. And that'll do it for part 5, and I'll see you for the conclusion next week.